Perfect. Let's get it. Let's go. Well, how's everybody doing, family? We're doing good? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's
Yo,
get it.
bro.
Guys,
Todo bien.
real quick, I'm gonna mute everybody out. But guys, real quick, I want to give it back to you guys for hopping here on this call. So real quick, guys, on the chat, everybody drop some gratitude. I'm blessed to be on this call. I'm blessed for every single one of you guys here. I appreciate all the hard work that you guys are doing every single day that you're putting in. Grateful for this beautiful day. Grateful for everything that's going on. So dropping in the chat, guys, what you guys are grateful for. Blessed, gratitude for another day. I see it. Let's get it. My mentors. I'm grateful for my mentors too, especially now that Natalia's here in the States. It's just a different feeling. And I know a lot of you guys feel that energy. You guys feel that, oh my gosh, he's finally here. We're not in Zoom calls no more. We actually live in person. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna share a little bit about me. And I'm actually gonna talk to you guys a little bit about the journey. And then I'm gonna pass it on to Natalia for the Q&A. And real quick, guys, my name is KD. I'm 25 years old. I'm originally from New York City, and I'm an individual, guys, just like you guys, right? I have goals, dreams, and a desire, but the only difference between myself and you guys is that I grew up with two beautiful women, right? I grew up with my mother and my sister, my superheroes. They basically broke life down for me, right? They told me from a very young age, whatever you put your name on, don't work for your first name. That's the first thing my mom said. She said, yo, work for your last name, because I'm the individual. We are all individuals here. All 31 of you guys that showed up today. You're showing up for the generation that's coming after you, right? So my mother taught me that at a very young age, my mother and my sister. So that's who I grinded for. They only wanted two things out of me out of life. And it was just to not get in trouble, graduate high school and graduate college. And I went to college like every other kid did. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in business, a minor's in teaching and coaching, and a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. And look, today I'm not doing what I went to school for, right? I gave 6 years out of my life because I found my purpose here in this business, right? I found my purpose, and the purpose that I found here was that I love to help others. I love to give back. And not only that, but I've been here, guys, in this business about 6 months, 7 months actually. And in 7 months, guys, I've been able to travel with this thing, right? We all have pain. And the pain was that I was sick and tired of seeing my mom work. I was sick and tired of being lost and confused in life. And I was like, yo, I need to do something, right? And I found a solution. I found individuals like Natalia, right? I found individuals like Nano, individuals like Chela that's here on this call, and individuals like you guys that support me, right? You guys care about me. You guys love what we do here. And that's what I love. You guys love me for who I am. And I found individuals and I found a circle like that. And I know you guys found a circle too. So I've been here now, guys, 7 months. I've been able to travel with this thing. I've been able to grow an organization of 60 plus individuals to give back, right? And it's not about what I do. What success do I have, right? It's about how many people I've been able to help out. And it's just been an amazing journey to give back and live my purpose here. And the reason why I'm doing this, guys, my vision with this thing is not only for me. This is for the culture that I'm doing this. I'm doing this because my mother, of course, I'm Dominican and Cape Verdean. So my mother came to the States. And when my mom came to the States, she's a professional in the Dominican Republic. And guess what? She comes here to the States, to the US, and you guys can relate to this. She's just a number. She's just a body, right? And guess what happens when she's just a body? She gets under leverage. She no one cares about her. She has to work at a factory. And I want to change that for our culture, right? Because you could throw me in the middle of the ocean, you could throw me in whatever culture, and I'm still gonna make that thing shake. And that's the mentality I have. I'm doing this bigger for the culture, and I'm doing this bigger for me. So of course, guys, that's me, a little bit about me, KD. But guys, I want to leave you guys with something, right? Something that's been clicking on me since convention. Something that clicked with me in convention is something that clicked on me like 90 days prior to that. So most of you guys been following me here. Most of you guys been seeing that, like, I'm around Nano, I'm around Natalia, I'm around all these mentors, right? Talk about being a spotlight, right? Stepping out of my comfort zone and being able to attract that into me, right? First, I had to start loving myself. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. You gotta love yourself so you could be able to love others. Some of you guys might be on this call. You guys might be stuck. Like, oh my God, everybody got so momentum, right? I don't have momentum, but think about it. Everyone's journey is different. So remember that, okay? Everyone has a separate journey than you. You can't sit here and be like, oh, I gotta follow this journey. Remember, love yourself first. Everyone's journey is different, okay? The third thing that I started figuring out was that my success is a lagging indicator of my daily habits. If my daily habits, if I'm not attacking my 6 pillars every single day, what's happening to my habits? I'm lagging. I'm lagging, right? That pays out. Nano said a verse the other day, right? Mornings with Nano. He said that the manifestation of our reality right now happened 90 days ago. Think about that. 90 days ago, I was with Nano. I was with Chele. Bro, Chele came from New York to Arizona because I was here, because he had to tell me something. Remember that, Chele? He brought me out of my comfort zone, bro. He's like, yo, you're stepping with me today. Brought me to Christopher Dairy to play basketball. He made me ask questions. And he told me, KD, look, this is how you do this. He put me on game. So when you guys are, my point with that, when you guys are in a circle, you guys are in a room with people, ask questions. When you guys are calls like this, ask questions, right? Because there's no dumb question out there. If there's a thought or something that comes to your mind, ask it. Because that's the universe telling you, someone speaking through you to ask that question because someone else needs that answer. So make sure, guys, you ask questions, right? Remember the 3 things that I said, right? Love yourself first so you can start loving others. Your journey is different than everybody else, okay? And the 3rd thing, guys, your success is a lagging indicator of your habits. Make sure that you guys are paying attention to your daily habits. But with that being said, I'm actually gonna bring up my sister right here. This is crazy, bro. I can't believe this. I got to meet you in person. Quick story, guys. I started this business 7 months ago, and Jarrell actually was the one that presented this business to me. And when he presented this business to me, I was confused, lost in life, right? And I got a phone call from Natalia, right? I'm walking into the house. The first thing I get is Nano and Natalia on the phone. I'm like, damn, these are legends right here. Then I talked to Nano. I tell Nano, I was like, hey, man, I don't even want to hear it. Just tell me about if you have my back. But then I had a really personal conversation with Natalia. I sat down on the phone with Natalia for like almost 2 hours. I was in the closet. Just how I'm here, like in the closet. I was in a closet, right? And we were talking, getting to know each other. And Natalia told me one thing that I would never forget, right? And the one thing she told me was always be yourself and never give up. Those words were the words that my mother told me, right? And when she told me that, that stuck for me forever. And I asked her for 2 things, right? I was like, sis, you don't have to sell me in this journey. You don't have to tell me anything in this journey. I only ask you for 2 things. The 2 things that I ask is for you to have my back and my team's back. Because remember, we're all pushing the same rock. But the rock that I'm pushing, I have to look back because I have somebody behind me pushing it with me. And she said, I got you, KD. And then I told her, I was like, I want you to plug me in with the people that you know, because I want to work with you. And she said, I got you. She put me under her wing and she hasn't let me down since then. 7 months straight on a Zoom call like this. Long hours, right? I never seen an individual work so hard as her, an individual that's a servant leader. No matter what time it is, no matter what it is, she'll pick up your phone and give those hours. Not only that, but an individual to do what she did, right? We all know what Natalia did. Natalia is already very successful in her businesses out there in Australia, and she left all that for us to show up for us, right? Look at her. She's in school right now in a boot camp just to get those nuggets and get that information that we all need so we can all achieve the next level, because it's not about her. It's about us, right? And she's serving for every single one of us every single day, day in and day out. Bro, I haven't seen this girl not sleep, bro. Not sleep. And I'm the one that's up early. She's up, yo, ready to go, right? But with that being said, sis, come in here, give him these nuggets. I appreciate you. I love you. We're going to the moon. We're going to the stars because the bottom is way too crowded. Let's get it.
Sheesh. Wow, KD. Your growth, just like Ayana, like your growth is just quantum leaps. And I love what you said about what was it again? Wait, how did you say it? I wrote it. I was gonna write it down, and my phone was overheating. But I just want to give it up for KD, because if there's someone that's been through trials and tribulations in this business and truly deserves more than like what he already has, is definitely KD. I'll tell you guys a little bit about him as well. He came into this business. He didn't have that confidence. He didn't have the personal development. Like the KD that's speaking right now is a completely different person. I remember when he first started a business, us as leaders, we have to obviously put people in a position to open up, to start leading, put them in an uncomfortable position. So what did I do? I saw the potential in KD when I was speaking to him from the very, very first conversation. I remember speaking to him, and Jarrell signed him up. But the reason he signed up is because I got on the phone to him, because I told him, look, I have your back. He literally said, I'm not signing up unless you have my back. And I told him, I have your back. So I wanted to put him in positions where I knew that he will grow as a leader. He actually he hosted a team call. And I remember, like, I think 3 weeks in or so, he hosted a team call. He was meant to do half an hour of the team call. And in that team call, he only really came out with like 2 minutes of words in that team call. He buckled, he was nervous, like he didn't even know what to say. So the fact that you guys just got that talk from KD, the way he spoke, the messages that he brought on, it's truly a blessing to see that growth in 7 months. You know, it, getting out of your comfort zone. He's on the road. Like he literally left everything. Like he's giving up. He tells me I gave up everything. He's given up everything in his life to do this business, and he's still not getting what's it called, is it gratification?
Instant gratification.
Yeah, he's still not, he's not getting instant gratification. And that's what something I need you guys to understand. Some people will get instant gratification, but some won't. But if you stay consistent enough, you will get it. Katie's about to hit P2K, then P5K, just like that. But guess what happened? He had to go between P1000 back to unranked, to P1000 back to unranked, because he wasn't ready for that blessing yet. And I want you guys to know something. KD's whole organization actually, fell apart. And this is something that's really important, because we all show our, the positive side. We all show, our milestones that we complete, but no one really talks about like the hardships. And that's something that's super important, because it shows his character. Like he is all in. And this is the reason why he deserves my mentorship. He deserves to be around me. He deserves to be touring with me. He deserves to sleep in the same room as me. So, because loyalty is everything. Loyalty will pay you in this business. Loyalty is really real. It might pay you a little bit later, but loyalty is super real. So I just want to give it up to KD, because I'm just so amazed with the leader that you've become, the true student of the game, always ready to go, always taking notes, always, that's what I was going to say, what I was going to write down. He said, always ask questions. I don't know nobody else that asks more questions than KD. And look at his growth. Look at his growth. He even tells me, like, what questions did you ask that mentor? Yesterday I was like, what? Like, those are like, he comes up with the best questions. The better you are at asking questions, the faster you're gonna grow. I promise you. So I'm actually going to open up this call for a few questions. I prefer new people. I'm going to do this once a week. I prefer new people. Who has any questions? And I'm talking about trading, Bitcoin, building, personal. Even if you want to know something about me, because, all right, Marco. Because once someone asks me a question, that's it. My mind opens up and I can go on forever. All right, amazing. So let's start with Marco.
Hi,
P150.
hello everyone. Hi, Nat. Yeah, my question is,
Marco,
I know that
can I say
when we build,
quickly? Can I say something quickly?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you and I'm so grateful for you. Congratulations for P150. P6 is loading. And I'm so thankful that you show up every single day. We haven't really had a connection, but I see you on all the chats. I see you on every single course. So I just want to show my gratitude towards you, because you're truly appreciated, and you're definitely a milestone, a diamond in this team. Thank you so much. But yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Nat. I do sincerely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I mean, you do see me a little bit often nowadays because I'm off duty. So I got like 4 or 5 days off, like holidays. So I'm fully tapped in, and I was craving for this time. Well, my question is, I mean, we all know that when you step into the family, you were already running a business. You know, you had your business set up and running. So um, we all know how important is that the time management. Being an entrepreneur, like, try to be as much effective as you can and try to prioritize. So well, that's my question, because when you step into the family, you start dealing with another business, and focusing on like the trading, focusing on the self-development, the building up, and blah blah, so on and so forth. So what kind of advice can you give when there's a person in that kind of same situation, like running two business or two jobs or two situations at the same time, in terms of max out and take the most profit out of it?
Okay. So this is actually a question that KD asked me, and he was having a bit of problems when he first got started. Let me just go on gallery. And I told him, first of all, you're gonna start another business, okay? Why are you starting another business? There's a couple reasons, right? One, you have a goal, you have a why, and usually that why it needs to involve money, because money is the vehicle to get you there, right? So having one source of income is not going to get you there, and we all understand that, and we all see that, right? So now when you made the decision to take on another project, that means that you need to put more time towards that second project. So me myself, and this is just speaking from experience, I have multiple businesses, but that means now that I can't sleep 8 hours a day. I have to sleep less hours so I can dedicate more time towards my second business, because I don't want one source of income. I want double, I want triple, right? And the beautiful thing about this is that your second choice, your second stream of income will eventually turn into something that you don't really need to work and to put too much time towards. But in during that process, you need to sacrifice sleep. We always talk about sacrifice, right? You need to sacrifice sleep. I only sleep 4 hours. Okay. If I sleep 4 hours, I have 20 hours in my day. Those 20 hours, usually a full-time job is 8 hours a day. 8 plus 8, that's 16 hours a day. You still have 4 hours in between where you can take lunch, you can do things, you might have a nap, right? So if you put it in that perspective, that you're not, don't try to fit two businesses in a span of 8 hours. You need to sacrifice. Remember, what you do, your 9 to 5 is paying your bills right now. What you do after is gonna pay and it's gonna dictate your future. So to be honest, like, how I've been successful with multiple businesses is the fact that I sleep less, I do more. You just have to do more. And another thing that I actually told KD and Jarrell, which is another leader in my team. Jarrell has a six-figure credit repair business, and when he first got started, he wasn't jumping on calls, and he was giving me the excuse like, hey Nat, like, I have another business, don't forget. And I was like, hey, like, you can't give me that excuse, because I got two more businesses than you, and I still make this work. So you're doing this because this is truly your passion as well, and this is truly my passion. So I actually got this business and I involved it into my lifestyle. So that's a way that you can cut time as well, because if you're taking this and you're involving it within your lifestyle, when there's a call and you're driving, for example, you can jump on a call, you're still working, you're multitasking. So you need to find ways that you can multitask as well. So for example, when I was going to the clinic, right, I'll go to the clinic, I'll still be there, but I still have a headphone on listening to a call, right? Or for example, if I'm at work and I need to do an edification or I need to do a three-way call, I have that ability to take 5 minutes out of my time and do that. And that's still pouring into my business. So you have to make this part of your lifestyle. This business is part of your life right now. You shouldn't look at it like, oh, it's another business. Yes, it is another business. There is things that you need to take at least 2-3 hours out of your time to fully focus. That means studying, okay, trading. Like those are the things that are really requiring your 100% focus. But everything else, like how to build the culture and how to build this family, it's really just part of your blood, like your life. You wake up, you show your gratitude, you pick up a phone call. It's just like picking up your friend's phone call, but it's to do with your business. So that's really all I did. I just pretty much made this part of my lifestyle. And the business side of it, the trading, the studying, that's really the hours that I call just working for this business. And everything else, like my clinics. Obviously when you get to a certain point, and this is with every business, you're going to get to a point where you need to work. Then eventually you can start delegating. Eventually you have systems in place to work for you, right? So what I did with my clinics, and Nano spoke about this on the mornings with Nano, that there's no balance in life. Like you can't just look for a balanced life. You can't. Because if you truly want something, you need to put 100% focus onto one thing until that one thing is successful. Okay, and then you can move on to your next task. So what did I do with my clinics? I first started my business and I went all in with my clinics, all in, right? I put 100% focus on my clinics. Once that was done, boom, I could go on to the next thing. And that's something that I live by. Do one thing until successful. You do one thing until successful. I don't do multiple things until successful, but I did it smart. So with my clinics, I set them up. I have a manager. I have an operations manager. So now I truly don't need to be in present. I don't need to be there. So now I can focus on my other business. So you need to find ways to kind of delegate. You need to find ways to, you know, outsmart the system. Don't work harder, work smarter. And that's truly like all I did. And the last thing is you need to have a schedule. You truly need to have a schedule. Schedule out your days. If you feel like it's too much, this is what I told KD came to me. He's like, sis, I have my credit repair business, I have my clothing business, and I have this now. Like, how can I manage my time? And I told him, don't stop doing what you're doing. You just need to manage and prioritize your time even more. And that's what he did. Like, it's such a simple answer, but it just goes over people's head. When I'm doing so much, like my schedule is like this, and you guys, you're part of Yara's team. Yara is one of the most organized people in the world. So I'm pretty sure she's set up a schedule for you. But that's really all it is. Do more of what you're trying to achieve, and do less of the things that are not really getting you there, like sleeping, hanging out with your friends, games, scrolling through Instagram. Like, if you really take a good look at your life, calculate all the hours that you're really that are not being productive, like, and you'll realize you have a lot of time. So when I go all in and I'm completely in mode, I pretty much work 20 hours a day. And what I mean by work, that even includes my time, because that's still working on myself, my personal development. So 20 hours every single day, I'm working. So that's pretty much my answer. Let me see these questions. What are you willing to give up? Yeah, like, what are you willing to give up? Thank you for now. I wouldn't have known about this opportunity. You have to love this. You have to eat and breathe this. Yes, exactly. But yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, crystal clear. You couldn't make it any more clear than that.
Okay, amazing. Appreciate you. Even Paige, you could apply this because you have your own, business as well. I hope that helped.
It was hard to start with, but I kept asking you. I was like, "How do I do this?" Like, but you just have to breathe, and it is schedule. Like, if I didn't have my schedule, I wouldn't be where I am now. And morning routine, I don't think your day's hard. If you have your morning routine, my day's sweet. I love it. So I think it's just key. But no, that's an amazing answer.
And what Paige said, it's gonna be hard at first. The devil's gonna test you whether you want this or not, but you need to push through those times, because if you guys know me and you guys are really around me, like whenever I see an obstacle, like I don't even see the problem. I just walk straight around it. Like whenever there's something wrong or someone tells me like, oh, about this can't be done, I'm like, no, this can be done. How are we gonna do it? So that's just my mentality. Like it's really all about your mindset as well. Like literally, like nobody can come and tell me anything negative. If I need something done, no one can tell me that it can't be done. Like even if it can't be done, I'm doing it no matter what. Like I'm pushing through it no matter what. So you have to have that mindset. But yeah, thank you so much. That was a really, really good question, Marco. Appreciate you so much. All right, who's next?
I had a question, Natalia.
Yes.
It's actually towards this question
And
that you just answered. What if you get like, if you're in this work mode on one business, how do you just, I don't know, like, is it hour by hour? Is it 2 hours? Like, how do you, what if you're in just this flow and you really don't want to stop? And like, I end up reorganizing my schedule for the next day because like I'm a writer, so I write a lot, and if I'm in the flow, I'm kind of screwing myself if I stop and then work on something else.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your day. Like what does your day consist of?
Okay, I'll tell you, my weakness is the morning routine. I try so hard, but like I'll wake up and then I'll be ready and working, but I get exhausted from having like the lack of sleep. So I'm adjusting to that, because for sleep with me, it was like my mental health. I needed that sleep because I'm a mom of 2 and it's exhausting. Plus I have a dog. She's right there. I just took her for a walk. So I have to manage my time between all my family members, and like I know you have a big family, but my family is not very supportive of this business. So when I tell them this is the stuff I'm working on, I don't really get much support. So that's fine. We don't live together, but at the same time, like I'm trying to make a lot of things happen. I tend to overwhelm myself, and then I do get sleepy. So I think the writing part, like in the beginning of my day, I do like my morning routine. I try to do some yoga, do affirmations, mornings with Neno, have my coffee. Basically just sit with myself and meditate. Like, what am I going to accomplish today? And then I get started with my day. I try to trade at 10 o'clock. Sometimes I don't feel like trading at 10 o'clock. Sometimes I trade at 12. So it depends really on how I'm feeling that day, but I do schedule that stuff. And if it isn't, I just like kind of put, I move things around in the schedule.
Okay.
So
Do you have a job? Are you working a job right now?
I'm working from home, and that is the thing. It's not a 9 to 5. It is self-employed. I do social media for small clients, basically like small businesses.
So do you set your own schedule?
Yes.
Okay. So what Paige said, if you're doing everything that you truly, truly love and like you're inspired by it, automatically you won't feel tired. So you need to do things in your life and put things, like enough things in your day. Of course, we have to do these things that we don't like. You know, we all have to do things we don't like, but you have to design a schedule where there's enough things that actually inspire you, motivate you, and you actually love doing. The reason I sleep 4 hours is because I can't wait to wake up. I can't wait to get up and go get it again. Like that's just my mentality. Like if I could not sleep, I wouldn't sleep. Do you know what I mean? So, and something that you said is that you said that, you know, I'm really tired. I need sleep. And I try to get on these Zoom calls. You have to really
I try to get on every call, and I feel like that's the part where I'm getting overwhelmed, is like if I don't show up, I feel guilty. But at the same time, it's like I'm putting things that I should be working on, like my job and like the writing, and 6 hours is good for me, but I'm working towards the 4. And then my boyfriend's like, you're fucking crazy. Like you need sleep and you need to like, you know, and those are the people that drain me, people that don't really understand. Like my kids are like, why are you always on the phone?
You have to learn how to switch off. In this business, my mom didn't support me
Good idea,
Mom didn't
Melissa.
support me until she followed Instagram and she saw everybody reposting me, how much impact I had, right? So the people around you are not going to support you. So you need to learn how to protect your energy, and you need to learn the words that you speak as well. We need to change that, because your words are truly spells. You need to speak abundance in your life. You need to speak happiness, inspire, like you're inspired. I am doing this. I'm doing this because I love it. And you don't have to get on every single call. You know, you're independent business owner. Okay, that means that you have control of what you want to pour into yourself. Go look at the schedule, look at what's going to actually benefit you right now. What's your goal? See what's going to benefit, what calls are going to benefit your goal, and then go from there. You don't have to show up to every single call. We have so many calls because we want to cater for the whole entire organization. We have people in Europe, Australia, India, America, Canada. Like, we have people all around the world. So the schedule is not meant for you to jump on every single call. So you need to sit down and write down what you truly want out of this business. You need to sit down and write down what your goal is, your next 30 days, because we can't think too long term, because we need to take little milestones every single time. If you're saying chairwoman, what happened to P6? What happened to P1000? You know, what happened? You're telling yourself 10K in your trading account, but what happened to that first 500, that first 1000? Like, you need to feel happy and proud of your small accomplishment. So write down what your goals are for this business in the next 30 days.
Okay.
Then write down in what your goals are for the next 60 days. Now you make your schedule based on your goals. So if getting on a IBO call, your second IBO call is not beneficial to your goals, then don't get on it. You have to be strict on your time as well. You have to be strict on your time. Like, you can't just jump on and on a call just because you don't feel like you're gonna miss out. That's the wrong mentality, because the calls that you decide on going to, sometimes less is more as well. So but the calls that you actually truly decide on attending because you know that they're going to bring you value, you're going to take that information and you're going to actually action that. But if you're jumping on every single call, where is the action? Where's that time where you're literally applying what you learn from this call? Where's that time? If you're jumping on every single call, you shouldn't jump on every single call. And I tell this to everybody. It's your choice to pick what suits you or not.
Okay.
And regarding your sleeping, before you go to bed, you need to set an intention. When I started setting an intention before I went to bed, waking up was much easier. You know, you set your intention, you plan out your day, you write out what accomplishment, what did you achieve that day, and what you want to achieve the next day. Because then when you wake up, it's just like, okay, I got things to do, I got goals to meet. So that's my biggest advice. Just watch how you're speaking. That's first of all. Your words are spells. Trying,
I
tired.
know, I've been working on that, and I just, every time someone corrects me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do things that inspire you, motivate you, because if you do that, it's not going to feel like work. Like me, this doesn't feel like work to me. You know, doing this business, like, honestly, it does not feel like work. I feel like I'm in a holiday, even though, like, yeah, the phone work, the Zoom calls, like, eventually, like, I get tired, but I truly do it because it motivates me, it drives me. So you have to find things and put enough things in your schedule that it makes you happy, and then fill in the gaps with things that you have to do that you don't really love. Third of all is, don't jump on every single call. Figure out what calls that you need to get on, and get on those calls. Try to get on more. Try to spread it out. Like, say Monday you might focus on building, Tuesday you might focus on trading. Like, try to spread it out so you get a little bit of everything. And then you need to write your 30-day goal and your 60-day goal, because based on your 30 and 60-day goal is going to be what your schedule is going to look like. I don't want you to do anything extra, because you need to action what you're learning from these calls, because otherwise you jumping on these calls is pointless. You need to find time where you have that action. So
Okay.
That's
That really makes a lot of sense, because I want to be there to support the leaders, and that I do want to hear what they say, and you guys really inspire me, like, to keep going. And then I'm like, oh, I have to go get the kids now, and I have to go take them to practice, and it's like, when did I study? Now I have to study till midnight, and
yeah,
whatever.
but you can always multitask. You have to take kids, but it doesn't mean that you can't have an AirPod or a headphone, just like you're doing now. You're walking your dog. You're already doing it, right? You're already doing it. You're already supporting. So you're doing things right. You just have to have a more positive outlook on what you're doing and feel good every single time you're doing it with an intention. It's all about your intention and feeling good, and then actually what you're learning, and be really selfish with your time and your energy. Like, protect your energy at all cost. Your husband is not going to support you until you have results, so make sure you go out there and get your results. Your husband will support you, but you don't have the results. You haven't worked enough for him to support you. Okay, your mom, your dad, your family, you need to prove to them so they can earn, so you can earn their respect. Same thing with me. Like, my mom called me a scam. She didn't speak to me, like, she didn't speak to me for many months when I joined this business. She thought I was going crazy, and
I'm
then
in
now
that mode right now.
she's so grateful. Like, she sends me messages every single day, like, I can't believe you're doing this for people, like, I'm so grateful for you. You know, the only person that really supported me with this business was my grandma. You know, and I come from a credible source. I have influence. My family knows that anything I put my mind on, I'm gonna do it, and they still doubted. So it just means that you haven't worked enough. You don't have the results right now in order to prove them wrong. So that should be your fuel. That should be your burning desire to prove them wrong, because that obviously affects you. That affects your internal peace. It makes you feel some type of way. So you need to be the one to action and change that. There's no one else but you that's going to change that. You can't change their mentality. You can't change their mindset. Okay.
Right.
What you can do is change actions and get results. So that's the only solution to that problem is get results, prove them wrong.
Awesome.
I love
Thank
doing
you
that.
so
I love
much.
no problems. All right. Thank you so much for your question, by the way. Who else has questions? This is getting deep.
I have one. Hi, Natalia. How are you doing?
How are you? I can't wait to see you here in the States.
Trust me, every moment. And I know the universe is speaking to me because my stepdad's from South Carolina. So he's always telling me, like, when are you coming? And I'm like, I'm on my way. Just picture me, I'm on my way, almost there. It's like really hard for me to talk about this because, like, part of it, like, I'm not saying I'm working on it. Like, I force myself to be vulnerable. The fact I cried on social media, I'm like, that's huge. And it goes to my Facebook. So my mom texted me, like, you good? I'm like, no, I'm Gucci. I promise I'm good. But what I'm trying to navigate right now is the feeling of almost like restarting without restarting. So when I came into this, I was stepping out of another network marketing company that left with me alone a very sour taste in my mouth. I didn't believe in the product. And when it even worked, it didn't change my life. I know this changes my life. I see it change other people's lives. I feel like I can speak a lot of energy and love and motivation and inspiration into other people. What I'm finding hard right now is to find direction and to be open to let that come back to me. So, for example, I had a lot of people reach out to me over my post. I found myself, again, reaching out more light when it's like, I guess I need that myself. And I know Melissa and I have like the power talks all the time. It ends up being me into a whole little training, and Melissa's like, I need more paper, I need more pen. I think I'm just having that a bit of trouble translating that outside of myself, outside of people, to people outside of the business, and getting that message across without the feeling of wanting to throw throw everything I've done so far
Okay.
out and starting all over again.
So basically you're feeling like, all right, you have these people reaching out to you, but you don't really know how to share and bring that message across to them how you would want to.
Yes.
And that discourages you when you don't do it, which makes you feel some type of way and want to pretty much quit, or not quit, but like stop doing it.
Yeah, like the idea of quitting this doesn't exist to me.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm always going to find a way. I think, yes. So what you're saying is when I have that interaction, I almost feel empty when I leave it. Where
Don't forget, in this business, we have to be people of value. You have to be a person of value. So are you providing value every single time that you speak to somebody?
I am focusing on that. I've actually cut my conversations, like the nilly knit, like Willy ones, we're just catching up and stuff. I'm like, focusing on it being value. I feel a lot of where my trading value is, I don't come off as an educator. I'm very much spiritual, and I love working on that sense.
Value could be anything. It doesn't even have to be trading, but when you're having a conversation with someone, you need to leave an impression on them every single time. That's being a person of value. And that is even, we can talk about, for example, complimenting someone. That's providing value to someone, because now you made them feel, and the feeling something, making someone feel something is very, very powerful. Complimenting someone, that's providing value. Sharing a tip or a trick, that's providing value. Advice, if you see something on the story, you quickly swipe up and be like, hey, like, I would suggest doing this, or I would suggest doing that, or I know this spot, or I know this place I can recommend. That's providing value. So every single time that you speak to someone, your conversations, especially if they're like prospects, it shouldn't be, oh, hey, how are you? Oh yeah, I'm good. What are you doing? No, you need to just provide value. You don't even need to have that conversation, because the more value you provide, now every single time that you get on the phone to them, you already know, like, I've helped this person before, and now that makes you feel confident. That makes you feel happy, satisfied, because you truly know that every single time it wasn't just, hey, how are you? What are you doing? Or get on this call. No, like, that every single time you complimented them, you gave them an advice, you gave them a trading tip. Even like providing value within the business is get them on a Zoom call with Go Live. Be like, hey, like, I'm about to trade right now. Do you want to jump on a Zoom and you can watch how I trade with the educator? That's another, like, that's going a little bit deeper into the value if you're really trying to prospect them, or getting them on a team call, for example, or just generally getting on the phone to them and just generally getting to know them. People won't join you unless they know that you care, right? So people won't follow you until they know that you care.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the number one job that you should be doing is just getting to know someone. Okay, so it's so important. From there, feeling that type of way, like you're kind of blocked, like that won't really happen, because you truly know that you got to know them, you're giving them value. Now you're so much more confident. And if you feel like I've felt this sometimes before, where I have a lot of people asking to join my business, and for the last 6 weeks, this is how I felt the last 6 weeks. I had a lot of DMs for people joining my business, wanting to join my business, but I physically couldn't. So I had to message them, look, I'm going to message you at the end of the month when I'm back into the business. Not because, I could have been selfish and signed them up. Look, I could have been selfish, sign them up, but they weren't going to get 100% of me. And I don't want to be that person. So I actually made the conscious decision to say, hey, I'm not ready yet. I need to work on myself. I need to finish what I need to do so I can give you my 110%. So if you're feeling that way sometimes, that's okay. You don't need to prospect every single week of your life in this business. There's going to be weeks that you need to take off for yourself so you can feel fulfilled, so then you can provide value for somebody else. So if you're feeling a certain way, maybe take a step back, because taking a step back is literally taking 2 steps forward. So if you're feeling some type of way, take a step back, look at your morning routine, look at your personal development. Are you happy? Are you confident? Are you doing the things that you love? And then go ahead and execute your goals. And that's all.
That's huge. Thank you so much.
No problems. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna eat breakfast. I'm gonna end it at that. Make sure you guys write questions. Like, I want to answer everybody's questions. You guys have a lot of time with me anyways, because I'm gonna be doing these calls every single day, like I said, keeping my word. And yeah, about to eat good food. Yes, Michael. For everybody, put a 111 in the chat box if this was helpful for you. If you guys got value from this call. If you guys want me to do Q&As more often, I feel like we connect more. So than just doing trainings all the time. Like, a lot of people just do trainings, but we forget about the people. You know, we forget about people's questions. And you know, this business is all about being relatable as well. You know, like what Shayla had, the questions that Marco had, the questions that Anna had. You know, this people in this chat right now that are going through the same thing. So don't be afraid to voice out what you're feeling. Don't be afraid to share what you're going through, because we're not all perfect. I said this in my last post. You know, just be real with me, okay? Because you don't know what I will go, like, you don't know what I'm ready to go through with you. Just be real with me. And I said this to Yara when she first got started, like, don't try to be this persona, don't try to be perfect, be real, 100% real with me. Like, if you feel some type of way, if you're depressed or you're overly excited about this one thing, like, it doesn't matter what it is, just be real with me, because there's somebody out there that can relate to you. I can't always relate to every single person here, but you know, having these calls, we're all relatable now. So thank you guys so much for the 3 people that you know, ask questions. I expect more questions, but yeah, appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And for the Europe team, I know it's a little bit later. Make sure you guys get on that free trial. It's super important. It's been closing people left, right, and center. For America, we have a free trial as well. So everybody should be really, you know, getting people on those calls. Like, these we've never done these calls before. There has never been there's never been a opportunity for someone to see someone trade on an opportunity call. So even if it's your mom, even if it's your mom's brother, like, just get people on the call. And we have to go through the numbers. This is all a numbers game. So just get everybody on the call. Appreciate you guys. See you guys soon.